But the fact is there is still lots of money that is not going to the people that need it and are entitled to it. I mentioned this figure of over £131 million of unclaimed benefits here in Cornwall. The study was conducted by the consultancy Policy in Practice, and they're currently working with Cornwall Council on all of this. Rory Ewan is a senior policy and data analyst with them and with me this morning. Morning, Rory.
Good morning, James. Thanks for having me on this morning.
I'm staggered about the figures both here in Cornwall and the national pot at £19 billion of unclaimed benefits. What kind of things aren't people claiming for?
Yeah, definitely. So the numbers are very staggering, the national figure and the Cornwall figure. So the most common unclaimed benefit would be universal credit, which is sort of a means-tested benefit for working age people, which is around 48 million in Cornwall alone. But then also sort of pensioners who are struggling as well. There's pension credit for them, which we help work with Cornwall Council on, and I think the DWP do as well. But there's also sort of other support as well, like getting a reduction on your council tax bill, or maybe getting a cheaper tariff for your broadband and water bill. So there is a lot of support out there, but it's obviously just hard to know all of the different support out there if you're not experienced in this sector or been through that sort of struggle before.
Well, this is it, I suppose, for those people in this for the first time. It's how you navigate all of this, isn't it? Have you got any hints and tips as to how people can get what they're entitled to?
Yeah, definitely. So what I would say is, as you just mentioned, there's benefit calculators on the gov.uk website. If you put your details into there, it should show you at the end if you're eligible for any support, both sort of national benefits and any local support. And as we were hearing before, it can be quite a struggle going through the claiming process. So there is support out there for you, sort of Age UK, Citizens Advice, things like that. So if you are struggling, they can help you fill out any forms and sort of go through the journey with you.
You've worked with other authorities across the UK before on this issue. What sort of results did you manage to get?
Yeah, definitely. So what we try and do is we try and sort of proactively work with councils to try and send letters out and communicate to people that they are eligible, even if they don't know. So we've worked with councils in London to get sort of over £10 million worth of support to pensioners in London. I'm working with Cornwall Council as well on a campaign. The results so far are sort of getting over £1.5 million to pensioners in Cornwall. And that campaign is still going. So that number should hopefully go up a bit further.
So you're targeting people who are eligible, so people may still yet be getting a letter coming through their post box suggesting that they've got money that is theirs.
Yeah, definitely. So if you are a pensioner, you might get a letter through telling you that there is money available for you to claim. But I'd say if you're listening to this now, it might not be worth waiting for the letter. Just sort of go online or get support just to check what you're eligible for.
Brilliant that you're there and helping those people, as I say, get the money that is theirs, because it's a lot of money in a cost of living crisis as we are at the moment, and people who are in work but using food banks in Cornwall as well. We've heard those examples, sadly, too many times on the show. This could make a real difference to people, couldn't it?
It could do, yes, definitely. And that's one of the reasons we sort of identify is sort of maybe one of the reasons that people don't claim is that they might not think it's for them, or they might think they're in work, so sort of benefits aren't for them, or they might not be eligible. But even if you are in work, and a lot of people claiming universal credit are in work, there is still support there for you if you are struggling. So it's always worth checking, even if you think it's not for you. You never know, you might find some additional support.
Yeah, Rory, lovely to talk to you this morning. Thank you very much for your time. Rory Ewan there, who's a senior policy and data analyst with the consultancy Policy in Practice.